In this video, we will explore PTE Core Reading, reorder paragraphs. You know, that moment during the PTE Core Reading section when the reorder paragraph question shows up, your brain goes, where do I even start? Yeah, I've been there. And let me tell you, this is not a grammar test. It's a thought flow test. You're not being tested on how well you can memorize language rules. You're being tested on how well you can think like a writer. So in this video, I'm pulling the curtain back. I'll show you how to deconstruct jumbled paragraphs like a logic puzzle, predict the writer's flow without overthinking, avoid the traps that waste time, and most importantly, I'll give you a fresh real-time demo using exam level content. So hit the like button, grab your notepad, and let's turn that confusion into confidence. All right, let's clear up a huge myth. Reorder paragraphs is not about how well you read. It's about how you process ideas, how you notice flow and structure, how you detect connections without being told directly. Here's what shows up. You will see 4 to 6 sentences on your screen, shuffled randomly. Each one belongs to the same paragraphs. Your job is to rebuild that paragraph from the ground up. There is no timer per question, but remember, time is ticking. And your goal, about 2 minutes per set. Also, no partial scores here. You get it 100% right or zero. It's harsh, right? Maybe, but it pushes us to sharpen our strategy. I have seen too many learners memorize robotic formulas. Instead, I teach the DART method, dynamic active reader thinking. This DART method is going to be really helpful while cracking this task. So please pay attention. D stands for detect the topic sentence. Always remember that. Detect the topic sentence. Imagine you're the one writing the paragraph. What would you say first to set the stage? The topic sentence will sound neutral and general, not rely on any previous information, and avoid pronouns like this, these, or he, she, they, right? And A stands for anchor your ideas. Once you have got the topic, anchor the next thought. Ask what would naturally come next if I were telling the story. This is where you catch time links like next, then, later. Got it? And try to spot the casuality like the words such as because, therefore, and track the explanations. For examples, such as, and R for recognize references. So this one, every good paragraph builds on what came before. So watch for pronouns like this, it, he, she, they, and substitutions, the trend, this method, and sometimes the repetitions also, same noun reappearing. And the T tied all together. The last sentence ties the bow. It sounds complete. It may reflect, summarize, or end with a result. If a sentence leaves you feeling like, and then what? It probably is not the last one. You know that, right? Now, it's time to test your mental muscle with real exam style reorder paragraph that feels like it could show up tomorrow. So here are the jumbled sentences. You can pause the video and read it by yourself. Let me also read it for you. A. The reduction of congestion in major metropolitan areas has prompted policymakers to rethink infrastructure, design, and urban development priorities, especially in response to the rise of eco-conscious commuting trends. And B is about as cities worldwide grapple with environmental degradation, traffic related air pollution remains a top contributor to declining urban air quality, making sustainable transit systems more crucial than ever. Public transit systems like metro rails, electric buses, and dedicated cycling lanes not only reduce emissions but also offer more affordable and accessible mobility to a broader section of the population. In fact, in 2022, a joint report by WHO and UNEP reveal that over 65% of urban air pollutants stem from vehicular emissions, highlighting the urgency to curb private car use. Consequently, urban planners in cities such as Copenhagen and Seoul have begun investing heavily in green corridors and zero emission transportation alternatives to mitigate long term climate impacts. Now, this is the jumbled passages. Now, your job is to reorder in the proper flow. Now, once you're done, we can just go step by step. Okay, let's solve it together. The step one is you have to find the introductory sentence. The first sentence should set the context clearly, right? Without referencing anything before it. So if you see all the passages here or the sentences, these are like big sentences. So if you see all the sentences, sentence B does that by introducing a global issue. Cities facing environmental degradation due to traffic pollution, right? So the first sentence is sentence B. And step two, who supports the next idea? Which sentence builds directly on that thought with data or proof? So if you look for the data or proof that builds upon the first sentence is sentence D. So here it adds evidence by quoting WHO and UNEP report backing up what was said in sentence B. So second one is sentence D. And the third step, after setting the problem, we need solutions, right? So which sentence talks about the solution for that? If you look through it properly, you can find it out easily. It's sentence C because here it talks about the public transit systems like metro rails, electric buses, cycling lanes, and their benefits, right? So fits perfectly. So the third sentence is sentence C. And the fourth one, which sentence shows how policymakers are reacting to these shifts, referencing eco conscious trends? Step 4. Now you have to look for the sentence which shows how policymakers are reacting to these shifts. So, sentence A, right? That is the fourth sentence. Step 5. Conclusion. Which sentence concludes the paragraph? Which shows real world examples and ties the discussion to future planning actions. And you can find a strong conclusion, none other than sentence E. Got it? So the final order is B, D, C, A, E. That's how you attack a real exam question like a pro. And let's see some of the pitfalls that trip up smart test takers. Trap 1. Choosing the shortest sentence first. Short doesn't mean simple, right? Sometimes short sentences are conclusions. So please be aware of that. And trap 2, starting with a pronoun. This suggests. Suggest what? So you have to always ask, can this sentence stand alone? And trap 3 is ignoring transition words. However means contrast. So what is it contrasting? You should be aware of. And trap 4, matching vocabulary only. Don't just match keywords. Follow the idea. And trap 5, overthinking. Overthinking it sometimes the structure is simple. So trust your first instinct and then test it. And there you have it. No gimmicks, no memorization tricks, just a clear process that mirrors how real writers build ideas. So next time the read a paragraph shows up in your test, don't get panicked. Dart it. You remember the dart strategy, right? And if you want more examples or practice sets, kindly like, share, and subscribe for more PTE code tips. See you in the next video. Bye bye.